Bizarre Brain Comics. uh, Hello, my comic book friends, and welcome to Bizarre Brain Comics. I am Gary, your host, and this time I have a little haul to share with you. A day or two ago, I made a trip across town to a comic shop I don't get to go to very often. It's called the Hero Headquarters in Westminster, Colorado, about 5 miles from my home. And wasn't in there but about a half hour or so, looking through some of the cheap boxes. And now the cheap boxes are $2 a head, $2 a piece. Can't find the dollar boxes anymore. Nobody's got them, at least not around here. But I managed to get some good ones. Most of them are fairly contemporary stuff, even in their back issue boxes. I told the guy I was hoping to find some worn Bronze Age comics, and he said, "Oh heck, no one ever brings them in. If I got some worn Bronze Age boxes, comics, they'd be up on the wall." So, oh well. But I was looking through a few of the boxes, and most stuff I wasn't interested in getting. Now, too contemporary for the most part, but I did find a couple boxes that had a few more interesting things. And so I'll break this up into a couple of videos, because I got a dozen or so books. So I'll share some with you. And this is just from a few years ago here. This first one is called Golden Age Classics Get Riffed in Sham Comics #3. This was can't remember what year, but just 5 or 6 years or so ago. Not that, maybe longer. And it says here on the corner, it says Source Point Press for mature readers. Now, I took a look through it, and what this is it takes some Golden Age stories and reprint them, but with entirely new captions and dialogue. So it's a good opportunity to see some old artwork, and I guess it's telling basically the same story, but there are different, as you can see here. It said, "Hey kids, it's your old pal Skunky McGee. Just look at what happens to those old comics when their copyrights run out. Some smartass comes along and makes fun of them. Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that my client could not have murdered his wife. He paid those 2 goons to do it for him." So, stuff like that. And I noticed that here, this cover, and the first story that goes along with it is drawn by Harry Lucy. I was surprised. The only Harry Lucy work I have ever seen before was his work for Archie Comics from the 50s and 60s. And he has been a fan favorite for that, for his Archie work. And I really liked his style there, and I was surprised I see this. But it's nice artwork. And I don't know about the other story. This in here it's featuring Bozo the Robot, Bionica, and was that Conad the Aryan Barbarian. So I haven't read them yet, so no telling what it's going to be. But I was lucky. I was real lucky getting this one, because this story here, the one featuring the character named Bionica, is drawn by the great Basil Wolverton. Oh, and I love his work. And I just took a look through it, and I think, and as I recall, it was a horror comic, horror story. So we'll see. So I'm kind of anxious to that, and maybe I'll do an episode specifically on this issue. We'll see. We shall see. Then here, this goes back to closer to the stuff that I like to do. It mostly is. This is Catwoman Annual number 4 from 1997. This is when they had that year. All the annuals were. You can see on the top, across the top there, it says Pulp Heroes, and they just did everyone's annual very pulpy, like one of the old pulp magazines from the 30s and 40s. And this is a great cover painting, and I don't know who did it, but it's real nice. If he or she signed it, it's not here. It looks like it might be covered up by the barcode. It says Tales of the Unexpected. So it's like a combination of Catwoman and thiefy stuff and some of the more horror-y stuff. It says, prepare to be shocked. I married a mummy. Written by D. Grayson. Illustrated by J. Salteris and J. Staniski. Or Stanishi. However you pronounce those names. I don't know. But I took a look through some nice artwork, and it's very pulpy and of course horror because it's got some kind of animated mummy or something in here. So that looks very cool. And here's one I've never heard of. This is from I don't know what year. It says The Future of Comics. And it was established 1982. I don't remember the publisher, but it's just called Snot Girl. But I took a look through it. I don't know that much about it. And the artist, I think is, I can't remember. The creators are Leslie Hung and Brian Lee O'Malley, and is vaguely manga styled as far as the artwork. Characterization a little bit, but as you can see, it looks from this artwork, it looks like it might be kind of homoerotic, but it's about guys and girls, so I don't think so. It may not be intended that way, but that's kind of the way it looks. And it's just looking through it, it's not overtly sexual. It looks more like soap opera stuff, but we'll see when I get into it. There. Oh, look at that. Said she almost ain't wearing no clothes. Yeah, that's right. This is from Dynamite. From again, I think this was about 2019 or so. Is Vampirella Deja Thoris from Dynamite. We got some weird crossovers with some of these, and it has some nice artwork. Here's as I said, a great photo cover here of this lovely lady in costume by Eric Burnham and Indiano Silva. They did a few photo covers like this. And then we have Vampirella, number 1 from Dynamite. This is again from 2019, 18. That's a great cover painting by Joe Jusko. And it also got the guillotine, and she's laying across the guillotine. And I hate this because they seem to be doing this. A lot of publishers be doing this a lot. They'll have a 4, 5, or 6 issue storyline, and it'll be 1 through 6 or whatever with just the character, and then a month or two later have another mini series just like that. But all they do is they never identify them, so it's harder than hell to see what's what when you get them. But to follow them, and then on top of that, you get all the uh, the alternative color covers, and I hate that too because that just makes it difficult to keep track of what you got and what you're getting. And I know that's part of the scheme behind it, but I hate that. Boom, and then here from Cullen Byrne and Blackie Shepherd, also from Dynamite, Vampirella versus Reanimator from Dynamite #1, and this is another nice nice photo cover. Now, I have seen a lot of times both cosplayers and more professional stuff for doing photo covers with a better Vampirella costume, but it's fine. A lovely young lady being the model here, portraying Vampirella. And and Vampy is crossing over with all kinds of people, and Red Sonja is too. It gets to the point that it's kind of silly, but the story might be good, but the setup to do these crossovers is kind of silly. So I think that's the last one I've got here. Yep. So that's what I got this time around, people. That's what I got this time around, people, for a half haul from the comic shop that was Hero Headquarters in Westminster, Colorado. So thank you for joining me. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Please leave comments, people. Comments help me out. Every interaction, every view, every thumbs up, all those help me. So I appreciate that. And thanks again for joining me. And remember, even Golden Age comics are art.